We got us a new bottle, baby. And we're finally getting into Cooper's Craft. So let's get into it. I've been hearing a lot of talk about Cooper's Craft and how good it is, especially this bottle, the 100 proof. And I just thought that we'd find out if everybody's telling the truth. So I haven't even taken the plastic off. You know how I am. I wait for you all so that we can get into this. And that's what we're going to do. Well, it's got some plastic on it. Woo! All the way down. All right. Barrels manufactured at 402 McLean Ave and the B.F. Cooperage in Louisville, Kentucky. Established in 1945. Hey, did y'all hear how I said that? Louisville. All right, let's see. Crack it here. A little twist to break the tape. And here comes the fun part. Ooh. Well, don't are good. It was like a pop, but without the cool sound. But it did have a good pop. All right. Well, that smells sweet. Like molasses and vanilla sweet. Woo! This smells like some of the competitors that came out of the bracket. I'm sure this ain't a plastic bottle, just FYI. All right. After a little glug, 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 we got us a pour, and now we got a sample. So, that being said, after the cork smell, what's the rest of it smell? Okay, out of the glass, it's not nearly as like sugary forward. It smells more like a bourbon. Caramel and vanilla. The molasses flavor that was on that cork, where it was just so pungent and rich and sugary, is not there, which is good because I don't expect this to have the same kind of flavors as, like I say, a 10 high. That's just not what I was expecting. So that's kind of where we're at. Yes. It's got some cherry. Really like cherry. Yeah, just really lots of vanilla and caramel. This smells like a traditional bourbon. Let's see if we can get any more flavors when we get it on the tongue. Cheers. Ooh. That's much nicer than the nose. Nice. So initially I got the caramel and the vanilla. And then about mid-palate, I got lots of baking spices. And then at the end of the palate, I got a little bit of clove. I got some cinnamon. Maybe some... A little bit of... It's hard to tell on the first drink. There's a lot going on in there. I mean, it hits. This is a 3-stage drink, which is, I guess, important to mention because most of the stuff that I have tried on here so far for you have not been a 3-stage drink. Most of them are a 1 or a 2-stage, meaning that I get an initial taste when it's in my mouth. When I swallow it, then I will get that taste a little bit on the front of the palate or on the end of the palate. Maybe sometimes I'll get it split on both, but I don't. This had a tip of the tongue taste, had a middle of the tongue taste, and it had an end of the tongue taste, and they hit at 3 different times. And yeah, that was really nice. Let's see if it repeats. Cheers. This is really viscous. We have had a lot, and I do mean quite a few, that are more expensive than this. Same kind of proof point-ish, within a couple, that are not viscous. And I guess one of them that I would mention was probably that Lucky 7 Workhorse, the 97 proof bourbon. Really a nice bourbon, but it's not as viscous as you would hope it would be for something that's around 100 proof and $80. Better buy. If you see this one out, this is a buy all day long. I would say that this has got the viscosity and the complexity of something like the Four Roses small batch select. I really like the way that bourbon coats my mouth and just delivers a flavor punch, even though it is kind of allocated, especially in Alaska. This has the same kind of viscosity and mouth feel, different flavors, but enjoyable flavors. And we're at half the price. This is like a $35 bottle. This is now one of my new favorite daily sippers, which sucks because I've had this thing sitting on the shelf for like 3 weeks now, waiting to get cracked. And I'm kind of upset that I waited 3 weeks to get this open for you. But thankfully, I did get it open for you. I know what we've got, and so we're going to be putting this up against quite a few bourbons coming soon, and a couple of blinds, and the best bourbons for your money. We're going to do a couple of those lists for you. Look forward to getting all that published. Back to the story at hand. This is a buy and backup, as a lot of people are doing now. That would be my recommendation for it. Not just to have on the bar, but to go ahead, buy a backup. Make sure you keep it on the bar. This is a hidden gem for anyone who hasn't tried it. I'm really enjoying this one. But that is all I've got for you today. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe. And leave a comment letting me know what you thought of this. Have you ever had it? And what would be one that you would put up against this price point that would give it a run for its money? I'm curious to hear what you have to say. All right. Well, without further ado, cheers, and we'll see you on the next one. Man, that's good. So good.